Hello everybody. If you want to read all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 689, The Burglar's Blunder. Intermediate. It was a dark and stormy night when Nigel, a bumbling burglar, decided to break into Mr. and Mrs. Brantley's cosy suburban home. As he crept through the back door, he couldn't help but chuckle to himself, thinking he was the mastermind of the century. Nigel tiptoed through the house, his eyes darting left and right, searching for any valuable items to steal. He stumbled upon the Brantleys' prized china collection and couldn't resist. He carefully placed each piece into his burlap sack, cackling gleefully. Just as Nigel was about to make his escape, he heard a noise coming from the bedroom. Panicking, he quickly hid in the pantry, clutching the bag of stolen goods. To his horror, he realized that the noise was coming from Mr. Brantley, who had gotten up to use the restroom. Nigel held his breath, praying that he wouldn't be discovered. Suddenly, the pantry door swung open, and there stood Mrs. Brantley, her eyes wide with surprise. "Who are you, and what are you doing in my pantry?" she shrieked. Nigel, caught red-handed, tried to explain himself, but his words came out in a jumbled mess. Just then, Mr. Brantley came out of the bathroom, and the couple called the police. As the sirens blared in the distance, Nigel realised that his brilliant plan had gone horribly wrong. He sat on the kitchen floor, his head in his hands, wondering how he could have been so foolish. When the police arrived, they couldn't believe their eyes. The bumbling burglar had been caught in the act, and the Brantleys' china collection was safely returned. Nigel was promptly arrested and taken to the police station, where he spent the night contemplating his failed heist. In the end, Nigel learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes the best-laid plans can go awry, and sometimes the simplest solution is the best. Vocabulary notes. Burglar. Definition. A person who illegally enters a building with the intent to steal. Example. It was a dark and stormy night when Nigel, a bumbling burglar, decided to break into Mr. and Mrs. Brantley's cosy suburban home. Similar words. Thief, robber, housebreaker, intruder. Cackle. Definition. To laugh in a loud, high-pitched and often unpleasant way. Example. He carefully placed each piece into his burlap sack, cackling gleefully. Similar words. Chuckle, giggle, snicker, guffaw. Pantry. Definition. A small room or closet where food and other supplies are stored. Example. Panicking, he quickly hid in the pantry, clutching the bag of stolen goods. Similar words. Larder, cupboard, storeroom, storehouse. Bumbling. Definition. Clumsy or awkward in movement or behaviour. Example. It was a dark and stormy night when Nigel, a bumbling burglar, decided to break into Mr. and Mrs. Brantley's cosy suburban home. Similar words. Clumsy, awkward, fumbling, bungling. Heist. Definition. A robbery, especially of a bank or other commercial establishment. Example. In the end, Nigel learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes the best-laid plans go awry, and sometimes the simplest solution is the best. Similar words. Robbery, theft, burglary, larceny. Story written by Claude 3 Haiku AI. Image created by Flux Schnell AI. To read all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're doing a quick run-through of short story 689, The Burglar's Blunder. our mission to really dig into the words the author uses and see how they build this picture of, well, failure. We're talking about Nigel.
Yes, Nigel, the quote, bumbling burglar.
Yeah.
And right there, that's the setup. A burglar, okay, that's straightforward enough. Someone breaking in to steal.
Right.
But adding bumbling, clumsy, awkward.
Right.
It basically tells you from the get-go, this guy's plan is probably going to fall apart. It's almost like foreshadowing built into his description.
Absolutely. So Nigel, our bumbling burglar, he actually manages the first part. He gets into the Brantleys' house, finds their prized china collection, and he loads it onto his burlap sack. Seems okay so far, but then the description notes say he starts to cackle.
Yeah, cackle, not just laugh.
Exactly. Why cackle? It sounds different.
It really is. A cackle, it's often high-pitched, maybe a bit unpleasant. It suggests he's overly pleased with himself, maybe a bit arrogant. It's not a warm sound. It's the sound of someone who thinks they've won, perhaps too soon. Hubris, really.
Hubris, okay. And maybe that cackling meant he didn't hear Mr. Brantley getting up. The notes say he was heading to the restroom.
Very likely. So Nigel hears something, panics.
Yeah.
And instead of, making a break for it,
He ducks into the nearest hiding spot.
which happens to be the pantry.
The pantry, yeah. Not exactly a masterstroke of criminal hiding places.
Not at all. I mean, a pantry. It's where you keep food,
Right.
supplies. It's a room people go into all the time.
Right.
Hiding there just screams panic, not planning. It shows that bumbling nature kicking in under pressure. He goes for small and enclosed, not smart and concealed.
And predictably, it goes wrong fast. Mrs. Brantley finds him.
Yep, opens the door, and there he is, clutching the bag of stolen goods, as the story says.
Police get called. Nigel gets arrested. End of story for his failed heist. Now, heist, that word also feels kind of big for this little operation, doesn't it? A heist usually sounds like banks, jewels,
That's a great point. And I think that's intentional. Using heist is almost ironic here.
Ironic how?
Well, Nigel probably sees himself as pulling off this grand heist, right? He's got the sack, the goods, he even had that arrogant cackle. But the reality, he's a clumsy guy caught in the pantry with some plates. The author uses that big word heist to highlight the huge gap between Nigel's self-perception and the, frankly, pathetic reality.
Okay. So the language really emphasizes his failure by contrasting his ambition with his execution. The bumbling predicts it. The cackle shows his fatal flaw. The pantry is the clumsy mistake.
And the heist frames the whole thing ironically. It all ties back to that core idea. His own character doomed him.
It underlines that lesson. Maybe the simplest plan, or just getting out quickly, would have been better than his panicked, flawed attempt at hiding.
Exactly. The best laid plans can fall apart, especially if you're, bumbling.
So we've looked at those key terms: burglar, bumbling, cackle, pantry, and heist. They really do tell the story.
They absolutely do. Each word adds a layer.
Okay, so to leave you with something to think about, building on that idea of the simplest solution, consider Nigel's panic moment. He hears Mr. Brantley. He chooses the pantry. What simple, different action could he have taken right then, the instant he heard the noise, that might have actually helped him escape?
Think about movement, maybe. What got him in might be the key to getting him out. Something to mull over.